Hell yeah. We are having the time of our lives. 15th day of May. Friday night. 2026 is your favorite audio addiction on the video. No to YouTube. We are in Spreaker. It's a beautiful day to be alive. Tomorrow's chore day. Rockstar. Ice, baby. Oh, ran around and took some time off this afternoon. I didn't want to go down and bet on the horse race. He was just going to Mystic. And I said, well, I'll give you 100 bones. I said, okay. Did very well for myself. Because the neighbor doesn't take me anywhere because he didn't share with them, I guess. So he lost like 600. He kind of was silent the whole way down. On the way back, I'm like, I gave you 100 chip back to you. Because they always take him down to Mystic Lake. It's like, you wanted to give me the $100. I was playing large. He kept throwing money in. I brought the 2,000 money, pushed that 100 chip over to the dealer. I said, ready to go? I go do fear-mongering radio. So, a little Mystic Lake action. He bet on some horse. I don't know which one. Whatever that one this weekend tomorrow is. Oh, it's a beautiful day to be alive. 70 degrees. I will rise tomorrow morning, go to the airport, come home and do honey do this, honey do that. I got a video about you talked about me, bear exposure, bit about name calling, or his selected, adjudicated, rapist, convicted felon, draft dodger, name calls everybody he's over in China. Yeah, he draft dodged all right. I've never served, but men, women, young forces have 1 and 2. Of course, September 1st, Hitler decided to invade Poland, and then all of a sudden Russia turned on him, and we did get pulled in by Japan and nuked not once but twice. Snap! The next round to free the Jews. They were deported, turned away in New York by boats, and sent back to be slaughtered in cold blood. Remember, it did happen, right? We only wish. Like I said, D- on my report in 7th grade because I can't give history. It didn't happen. My mother was outraged. My father goes, he'll find out the hard way. Oak Ridge County Club, don't worry, Cowpote, he'll know. He knows. He goes, I've got right here, the number from Hitler, who didn't get death certificates. Oh, yes. They capitulated December 2nd, 1945, and the mighty Mo, and said they were sorry. Flags Are Our Father, good movie. Just like the one with Tom Cruise, Valkyrie, which we are over here. The White Hats were there last night for 2.5 hours with the King of Hate. I came in the middle of it, his mouth open, agape for, 5 minutes. At the end, I came back, and I just happened to see it was on my screen. He was playing his guitar, no one cared. 2.5 hours of what? I have no idea. But yes, forgotten war, Vietnam, 58,000 plus were sacrificed at the altar of freedom. Where Bill Clinton, Yahoo, I did not have sexual relations with Lewinsky. He, lovely and talented, the same thing. Draft dodged it. Many wars. Desert Storm. Iran right now, he doesn't care about people's bills, doesn't care about the economy, doesn't care that you're suffering. Does that not surprise you? Men and women blue, God bless the working class that the hunch doesn't care about. Balls the size of oak trees. We always talk about the rat line and the blue laws in the Catholic communities. Nothing about the children being molested. Burn the churches to the ground. Boy Scouts, but it's the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, the Navy, and there was a Coast Guard. You know, anything for this country, nothing at all. Appreciate it. Your service, this fine country. May the MIAs come home soon, then later. We appreciate you guys, and you are your choices in life. People are dying in the oceans. The deserts come here. Would you shower in the shower of Penn State? I would not shower in the shower of Penn State. Don't shower in the shower of Penn State. The young man was molested. The Caroli, he died. She should be deported or she should be executed. Joe Pa got away with it. They finally realized what PE stood for Penn State, not Penn University. Now they want nothing to do with them. I was on live podcast and blowtorch when it happened and smirk on his face. I kind of like it that he still gets the pension Dottie does. State of Pennsylvania's got to pay in that behavior because they didn't do anything about it. You see something, say something. You're only two men having consensual sex. I get it. You can't watch two women. That is not a very Christian thing to be doing. Okay? I'll let God just tell you it's a haul. It's a condom when you're having wet, filthy sex. Hair pulling, two men having sex. Air tightening it. Smashing gash. I don't care. Keep the kids out of it. Me, 21 or older. But have safe sex. Prevent AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea, needle in the penis. Women, you carry the groceries. Marry before you carry. Please use a condom. Prevent all that stuff. I want pregnancies. Prevent the benefits. All of a sudden, arm floors and come, and you're pregnant, knocked up like chili, and the other runs off. It's not my fault. Protect the ovaries the size of oak trees. Always better safe sex. Thank you. I mean, it's not that tough. You're screaming and hollering. Sluts are selective whores in the back seat. Sluts on the couch. Make love in the bed. You know, like hair pulling, slapping apple asses, and whatever else. It's fun. You can't staple a man to a fence and then go watch two women, three women, whatever. All right, Christian, let me do it. Do me a favor this weekend. Don't be an orange jumpsuit and a convicted felon in Canada drinking and driving. Call someone who murders me. Call Squirrel Bay Parody. Call Zane B. He's in, I think, California. Call Loose Cannon. Call Dave 25. I don't know. Just call someone to murder somebody. Deborah Daly. I don't know. Carl. You talked about me. Old man Geritol. I don't know. Just call somebody. I've had 3 people that were murdered in cold blood. Let your buddy's girlfriend drive you home like George Stewart, the Delaware story say. That's for you, Squirrel Bay Parody. Yeah, for you, Carl. But anyways, it's a beautiful day to be alive. We're supposed to get rain, I guess, this Sunday. I'm going to do some Hebrew slaving attempts, some more black dirt down. It's like herpes out in my backyard. The problem is my grandfather's scrapyard way back when, so when they built on it, it wasn't like it was dirt from the lake. It wasn't like when they're building in down Lakeville, all the old farms, all black dirt. So I've been working on it for 20-some years, so it's getting to the end of my patience. I had some guy come on, attempt to do it, just effed it up, but like, whatever. Remove a tree, it's $900. I should just tear the damn thing down. It's dead. Yeah, me a little So I think he expected to share, but I don't. Just like when we were in Randall, Minnesota, and we get there, and they were sharing. We get there, roll into the Muni, right? We won $250. Me and her divvied up, and her dad kind of got pissed. I go, we didn't say we were going to share with your ass. It was a grudge for a good 6 months with him about that sharing. I didn't say we were going to. Same thing. One time I went with her with a couple people from Perkins down to Mystic Lake to play bingo, and I said no sharing. I had won in like $800 playing bingo, and they were pissed. I said they shared like $300. I go ahead, I don't care. I won at the end. I'm not sharing with you. I didn't say we were going to share. You know, no one's some money playing nickel slots. Well, I don't feel your young ass. If you win a big one, good for you. I'm selfish. I'm about my own orgasm. But it was funny because I'd watched New York Daniel in his cruise thing talking about the money pumping in the machine, and I said, sure. So it just kind of worked out great. So I put in a short. It was kind of funny. So he was talking about pumping money in the machine, going on ghetto cruises by himself, which he's a perfect cruiser because that's why they give him all the rewards, because he goes by himself. They know that when you're by yourself, you don't have to answer anybody. I mean, I go with my wife. We hang out the ship. You know, I went down watching cooking stuff one time. They had a cooking thing. There's a young lady and her mom. The daughter made a pecan pie, which was gorgeous, and the mom made an alcohol one. What was it called? I can't remember what it's called, but it was just. I told the mom, I said, "Your daughter's a great baker." And she goes, "Yeah, well, I didn't learn from me. My grandma. She made a really great. It was a pecan or some pie, but the mom made something with alcohol, and it was really good. It was fun to watch those two bake, and then I watched two sisters bake, and it was kind of fun. People getting up there and doing stuff. One of the ladies made some lemon meringue pie, and I said, well done. My mother would be proud. So she goes, it's my favorite cake to make. I said, I loved it. So I've done it with the bigger the ships like that. You watch bakery, you go shoot hoops someplace, whatever. To me, I bring $300 with me to gamble with. I play I get the machines. I mean, we were in Vegas 2 years ago, and after the hockey game, we went to the casino, MGM, the smaller one, and she got 4 aces. I got 4 tens and 4 kings, and between the both, $1,900. Went upstairs, got up in the morning. There was a restaurant I wanted to go to, and we ended up going to Sky, not Sky, what the hell is that restaurant called? And we went back down to Arizona. It's good. We got lucky $1,900 in about 10 minutes left. Both said still playing poker. Good. All the roulette games were all full. They were too much. So, I mean, I like if I'm going to go somewhere tomorrow for a whole week and I had like $5,000 I'm going to throw, I would go to Reno because everything is still inexpensive down there, and there's more golf courses than you have Lake Tahoe. Beautiful down there. We've been to Reno. I like 2 deck toss, $10 tables, and I get nickel and quarter poker. When you play poker in Las Vegas, you go to Green Valley Ranch or the small casinos where the machines are a little more looser. You don't go to MGM. You don't. I mean, I like playing nickel or nickel poker. It's fun to play. You can play the whole. You never know. You might get a lot of 4-4s, whatever else. Or you play blackjack on those quarter slot machines, but next to the roulette, they come by, they give you a beer, you give them a dollar tip every time they come. So it's cost you $1, but they give them the money. So you just want a drink package or something, drinking only in the casino and wherever else. And the only free casinos we've ever gotten is the one we're going to go on. We upgraded for $500 to be on a balcony. Is that the other one she won playing bingo, but we had just booked one. And then we got a real good deal, and then she got coverall with another chick, and she got the first number. Well, I would have done on that thing when it was 2 of them. After whoever won first, I would have walked up to him and whispered in his ear, well, guess what? You both won one. That would have been pretty cool. So we upgraded on that one. So that was I think the upgrade was whatever it was to be a balcony, and then, the flight, whatever. So let's just say, we keep our thing under $1,000 on the ship because we all have a few drinks. I usually have a virgin margarita. I'm not a big drinker. I'll be always go to the Caribbean, obviously. I don't waste my time on the other Bermuda behavior, which is a waste of good suffering. Ghetto cruises, I have Carib beer. It's like, $2. It's a local beer. I'm not drinking Budweiser, but cruises are fun that you make it, and you spend time so you don't go with your stepsister or your cousin or by yourself and sit in the casino. I just listen like, what a dummy, it's like, especially ghetto cruises. I'm sorry, but Royal Caribbean is, again, I take my wife to state fairs, not county fairs. That's all there is to it. So he's the last person I would get advice on going on a cruise. Guy who's a Nepo baby who lives with his grandfather, doesn't work for a living. So again, it just reminds me of a dog or something in our neighborhood, a new dog. He's 11 months old. He's being socialized. He is not. I'll tell you, New York Dan's a nice man. Probably be a hoot to go out drinking with and get all wild, but he has not been properly socialized in his life. Doesn't know any better. He's a classic Forrest Gump, shucks, the boat is called Bust Out Another 1,000 with his boat that he's doing.
Call from
Loose Cannon.
Loose Cannon, what's up?
What's going on?
Not much, just sitting here just BSing and talking to myself, and I'm talking to you. Welcome to the audio. How the hell are you?
I'm good. It was a good day. How about you?
Good. I went down. I made some. I was telling near Dan because it was pretty funny. After a while, I was watching this video, and my next door neighbor goes, "Hey, can you take me down to Canterbury?" And he wanted to bet on the race this weekend, right? So he goes, "Hey, man, you want to go to Mystic Lake?" And I said, "Well, I'm really not in the mood." And he goes, "Well, I'll give you $100. So I'm like, "Okay." To get over there, right? So the next door neighbor, they had a little feud that when they went, they didn't share, right? Which for some reason, when I go to the casino, that's my wife. Me and her, don't always share, but whatever, it's our money, right? So he gives me $100. I am winning $2,000, right? And he playing blackjack because I was playing big. I gave him his chip back right away because I quickly won, and I put $200 out twice, back to back, double down on 11 into a 6. And I am getting like a 9. He got 18. So I was winning. He pumped like $500-$600 into the table. So he on the way back, he's kind of looking at me. I'm like, I just didn't say a word to him. Like, you got your money back from me, which you put back in the table. Like, he expected me to give him something. I drove you down here. You wanted to go to Mystic Lake Casino, and I made some money. I got lucky. You know what I mean? Because listening, oh yeah, I got lucky. He was talking. I listened to that one today. He did 2 days ago about the cruises. Some chick he's talking about, Melissa or somebody's talking about going on a cruise, and that he's the ideal cruiser because he sits and pumps money in the machine in the casino. Because when we go on a cruise, we're going on one in February. I usually bring $300 with me if I'm lucky, and I'll play a couple times. I'll play some table game. I'll play some blackjack when I have time because I have casinos here in Minnesota. I don't need to go on.
Yeah, we don't have anything around here. We don't have any casinos around here.
But you go on the cruise to enjoy yourself. You bring a little cash. You have some fun. That's why he gets these cruises up because he pumps money in there. That's what he's doing.
Has he ever called in?
No, he would never. I don't think he knows how to dial.
I've emailed him 3 times to call in today, and he hasn't responded back. And
I've told him. I sent him an email. Oh, I have to get better.
Yeah, I've seen 3. He hasn't. He didn't even acknowledge the email. But I'm just like, I said, just please call in. I want to talk to you. And if he had acknowledged, he
won't call it. I don't think he knows how to call it. The Obama phone. It'd be against the rules. Just like with Squirrel Bay Parody. She's died on her feet. She's obviously more well known than you are, but she does videos, and she's probably when I was in that last video. I guarantee it. BlindViews saw that. He was pissed that I was prominent.
Yeah, but Dan commented on it, and he thought it was funny.
Oh yeah, well that's because he knows how to laugh at himself, but BlindViews doesn't know how to. Like I said the other day, when someone said I saw you in Florida, he gets really pissed and leans into the camera and gets all mad because he doesn't know how to laugh. He doesn't know how to. He just has no sense of humor at all. He takes YouTube far too seriously.
Did you watch any of it last night?
I popped in one time for about 3 minutes, and I'm kind of listening. He had his mouth agape to open again, and again he was dictating who was talking to him about Tater. You know what I'm saying? Who he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he was.
It didn't have the vibe wasn't there last night. Maybe it's because the score wasn't on or something. I think it's getting boring. It's getting boring with Tater. There's not much going on with Tater. Yeah, it is. It's so repetitive.
Yeah, and Mikey, it's just the same thing. And then I saw today, what's name talked about him today. Lions Crew 1 talked about him, today about cat hair again. I guess if that's what Tater wants to have cat hair in his bus, I don't know what the big deal is. I listened to that one, and I'm just like, what's it? Don't you have anything better to do? I don't care. I have my cat on the table once in a while where I'll film him sitting there on the table. That's my business, whatever. It's more of a trigger for people, but it's just this idea, this obsession over. Like I said, that thumbnail I put up there, that Tater's living in his head rent free. It's just like, come on, man. It's just like, it's just I don't know. Sometimes I just wonder, man. I'm like, I don't know, but it's just BlindViews has no sense of humor, none at all. He's a one-way street. He has mouth open, agape, and he's reading the chat room, giggling like he always does. It was just kind of. Again, 5-6 minutes left, and then I came back to look at something on YouTube, and I happened to see he was playing his guitar at the 2.5 hour show.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
It was a long. I mean, it didn't have a good vibe last night. I mean, I stayed till the end. I mean, I made 1 or 2 comments, just smart ass comments, but. It just, I don't know, it didn't have the vibe like it. It's just, you can only do so much with one individual.
What was the main, all about Tater and Mikey? That was the main thing?
Yeah, I mean, and that's what it's always, I mean, when I first started watching, he was doing, Tim.
Yep.
And, that's why I started watching, because some of them were pretty decent.
Yeah.
He was doing. But then I guess other people, everybody jumped on the wagon and started doing. Everybody was doing Tim, and so I guess he tried to experiment and get off of Tim, and I understand that, but
well, it's just
I don't know. People need to start finding new people to start going after.
Well, it's like past due productions. I found Tim through them, and they said he's boring, and they said forget it. They stopped talking about him because he does so many videos in one day. They just stopped talking. So I'm like, who in the hell is Sarasota Tim? So that's how I found this group of people. When I did the old videos, I'm walking around and they all believe me. So I jumped in the middle of it to have fun with all the haters. There you are, and they're like Casey Grit says. The haters are more fun. They're shut-ins that watch him.
Definitely.
That watch him all the time. But New York Daniel trying to get on the plane, then morning. Her and her behavior. Mighty Python, the flying circus. Oh, there you are. Dinger, who is on vacation and can't stop watching Sarasota Tim. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But even this last video that Squirrel did was, it was different. It was good. It was just funny as hell, with the three of you, and it was something a little different.
Yeah, but she claimed about taking a hit on it. It's like, so what, woman? Just do what you want to do. It's like, don't worry what people think about your videos. If they don't like what they're putting up, that's too damn bad. I told her she did a Carpetbagger one. A Carpetbagger one would be funny. She did a couple with him.
Yeah.
In Tampa J or something. Hanging her and do like they did the one that covered with me. They do one with Carpetbagger and JJ. And Chris the girl in the back seat in a convertible doing something because they're looking for woo or something because Carpetbagger he's roller coasting around. They're gonna go on a 10-day cruise here in Alaska, so that's his next little adventure with the housekeeper. So, but
maybe she'll have her teeth out of him.
Yeah, that's like a $50,000 job for her. That's a lot of money she's putting into her teeth.
I know.
But people are going to give her money. They're going to give her money.
They will. She'll get it completely paid for.
Exactly. That's what she's got. She's got PayPal. I think she's got, what the hell is that thing that Carpetbagger has? You can give money to. What do you call that thing? That they all have extra content on, whatever the hell thing is called. Carpetbagger gets
Patreon.
Patreon. Carpetbagger gets like $30,000 a year from people. He gets $30,000 a year. And the Huss is the same thing. People give her money all the time. They give her gifts and they send her stuff all the time. It's nonstop. Even Scooter was giving money to Sarasota Tim. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you giving money to this idiot? I just don't get it. It's like giving money to a panhandle on the side of the street. You know what I'm saying? I saw a lady in a Mercedes about last year over by the scrap yards, right? And she's in a Mercedes, and the guy always stands there right at 94. And the truck is in front of me, right? The dump truck. And I'm already got my brake on because I know I saw her digging in her wallet, and she just stopped. He just drilled her. I mean, just pushed that Mercedes all the way to the back seat. And I had always stopped. I knew it was coming. He was ready to go, and I anticipated because I saw her digging in her wallet, and the panhandlers are walking towards her, so he saw it too, So I've seen actions before with panhandlers. I anticipated another time I was in the right lane, and somebody in front of me, to my right in the third lane, put money up, and she came running right in front with a kid, with a child. She ran in front of me. to get the money and ran back. Didn't even look. I saw that coming.
They got, like, they'll have dogs and stuff and animals with them out down here to, make you feel.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I think that
Carl.
Carl said that they'll take the dog away, and then we were in Sedona about. We did the Vegas trip on the way back. We stopped at Sedona, ride Stock Park. Great trip to see her wild down in Arizona, right? Last year they were going to be in the small arena, so we're walking through, and there's these big dogs, and the guys. It's kind of a handwritten thing for some charity that they're raising money for. And I looked at it. I go, allegedly, the guy looked at me. I said, I don't know if it's for real here, sir. Kind of looked at me. I'm like, I don't know if it's real, because he had some name of some charity in like pencil or some pen. Just the way he scribbled.
Oh yeah, you don't know if it's valid.
I'm not giving you any money. Look, I said, I love your dog. I pet and walked off. And somebody goes, you're a jerk. I said, no, man, you don't know who they're giving it to. You don't know that.
Right.
Just like
you don't know.
Arizona Griper on here one time, and there's another guy, Blind Nation. He's actually blind. Was allegedly raising money for something, and then people wanted to know where it was going. He didn't tell them. It's like, okay, it's just allegedly giving money to something. And he was going to auction off, an old iPhone to somebody. Like, if you're going to give that money, well, you better have it. If I was me and you, we were a loose cannon. Travel with loose cannon, me and you, and we'd say every month, guess what? We have our favorite charity we want to give to. Here's our charity of the month. Feel free to give to it. You know what I'm saying? But you're not giving us anything, because once you start getting money from your listeners, they own you. They own you. Just like if I worked in prison for the blind, and you give them anything, you're screwed. Once you give them something, you're in, because then they got you. You know what I'm saying? Because one day I go, hey, can I have a candy bar? I go, no, I wish I could. I can't do it. He asked me a couple times, I'd love to give you a candy bar. I give you a candy wrapper, but I can't give you a candy bar. You know what I'm saying? So once
I watched the link you sent the other day on the troll, the internet troll.
Oh, what'd you think? Troll on the Bridge, what'd you think?
It's dead on, man.
I told you, I watched that. It is the best video, Troll Under the Bridge. It is. You can see Carpetbagger under the bridge.
I had it turned up, and I was at work, and I was like, "Oh, I better turn this down."
Oh, it's so good. Because the woman steals the whole video because she gets down on her knees. Do you mean just the way she swallows? Like it's kind of like I'm going out with you on a date, with a double date, and you want me to be your wingman. And the chick stands up and she's pregnant, because I went on a date with a buddy of mine when I was like 22 at Perkins. And he goes, hey, man, I need you to come along with me with my girlfriend's sister. She stands up and she's pregnant. I swallowed like, oh, God. She's like 5 months pregnant. I'm like, oh, my God. So it's the same thing. It's like you swallow a little hard. You go, just the way she swallowed. Like, she gets down there and goes.
He's like, where are you going? There's no kitchen that way.
I know. It's so good. There's no kitchen that way. You mean that with no say? Yes. No. Again, you don't troll a troll. That's the whole video, is you never troll a troll. The second one, the guy, I'll kick your ass. Where are you going? There's not a kitchen there. Because that's when they were really good. That's when they were epic. Before they were a college humor. And then they changed it.
Yeah, I know.
That was the original. They were my favorite channels that I used to watch religiously, just like my other girl I used to watch. And she's still out there. She does her own stuff again. Daily Grace. She was my favorite first YouTuber because she was funny. She didn't take herself seriously. She'd do little bits, and it was funny. She made me laugh. She was my first one I ever watched on YouTube, and she's my favorite. She's still doing. She's married. She had some cancer for a while, but those were the old days when YouTube was about making videos, and there was. Just like
I'm old school. I like older stuff.
Right, just like when you talked to me on the video, I shout out to Sidetrack Adventures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That guy's really good. I mean, his views are like really close to what he gets for subs, because he's legit. He's legit.
His channel's professional though. I mean, he doesn't. He just. But that's like RV or TV. I mean, he legitimately goes places and takes you. I mean, he legitimately travels, and he does. He sells merch and stuff. But I mean, he doesn't get on there and beg you for it at all. He doesn't even mention it. He mentions he has some things for sale, but he doesn't ask for anything.
Right. Well, you look at your uncle.
He's really gotten his channel. He's really grown his channel that way.
Right. Well, it's just like BlindViews, your uncle. Why would you buy a T-shirt that says "Tater Hater"? I mean, why would you're going to wear that shirt around? Yeah. I mean, I've gave away shirts like the one I gave to Karl. It was a one that it was too small for me or something. I only wore it once. It just shrunk on me, and I gave it to him in a hat. You can wear a Speculation Sports shirt that says Speculation Sports. Well, it's a podcast. You know what I mean? What are you going to say, Tater Hater? I mean, I have a shirt that I've sold a few to. It says "Caution, my body's always monetized." I wear it all the time, and people, what does that mean? I go, well, when you're at work, your body's monetized, right? I go, true. I said, I said on the back, as I always aim to misbehave, and we were in Dirtle Myrtle, and there was a waitress who loved the shirt, so I said, she gave me her address, and I shipped her one for free. I said, I'll give you one, because I explained to her about being monetized. And I said, and then she loved it. She sent me an email back, thank you so much, my friends love it. So it's because I said, your body's monetized right now. You're a waitress. You're working for a living. I said, but it's also towards people that do adult behaviors. You know what I'm saying? The women that do these shorts, they monetize their body. You know what I'm saying? And then they do these OnlyFans videos. They piss them on how it goes down the hill. Well, you should have known that before you monetize your body. You know what I'm saying? And you start dancing in front of the camera on YouTube, and someone notices you, and then pretty soon you're being trafficked. I said on a pornography website, which I don't agree with, but you put yourself in that poor position. You want to see a smart women, go to your local college, women that are walking with backpacks on. Those women you want to date. And you know why those women become lesbians? Because it's hard to find a man. It's hard to find a man. It is. I'm serious. I mean, if you're a lesbian, you can't get pregnant, right? And women know what each other want. I mean, boys play video games, men work. It's all there is to it. Why women become lesbians? Because they're sick and tired of trying to find a good man. It's not easy, Just like a lot of African American women date outside their race because they can't find a good black man. They just can't, So, trying to find a man that's going to work for a living, So, I don't know.
Right.
I mean, look at Rose Perry. She's like a nice lady. She's pretty smart. She dies on her feet. She's pretty independent. She's not afraid to do what she wants to do. She's a rare quality. Some women will be at the altar of freedom on their knees. You know what I'm saying? No, whatever you want me to do. Have you ever seen Coming to America? Whatever you want. Same kind of. My brother, before he got married, he liked biker women because biker women were at the knees. They would do whatever you want them to do. You know what I'm saying? They were biker women. He liked a biker woman, My brother liked hot blondes that would just do whatever they wanted to do. It's like, well, you guys are really exciting. I'm the only one in the family that's still married to the same person because I had no children. I always say there's things that make a good sex life, king-size bed, no children. That makes a good marriage. So I tell her all the time. I said, kids are great as long as I don't got to take them home with me. I had a lot of nieces and nephews I had fun with. I took my nephews a long time ago, and wherever the song "Beat It" came out with Michael Jackson and what the hell is his name? Who did "Eat It"? He came to Valley Fair, right? It was a free concert, and we were
Weird Al.
Yeah, Weird Al. So it was a second show, right? It was a free show. We went to it, and we were third row, and he's eating a banana, right? And he's in his jacket. He throws the banana peel at my nephew, hits him, and my nephew throws it back up on the stage, and then Weird Al throws it back at him again. It was hilarious. That was funny. That was a great memory because he's coming to town here. I remember there was a free concert during Eat It.
He's still touring?
What?
He's still touring?
Oh yeah, he's coming to town here. I think State Fair. Oh yeah, he's still touring. People love him. He's good, clean fun. I mean, I saw him for free at Valley Fair with my nephews, and me and Paul will talk. With my nephew, will talk about that show once in a while because I remember that show. It was fun, man. Threw the banana peel at me, and cause he did two shows. One in the afternoon, one in the evening. We went to the evening show. It was free, So it was fun. He's funny. He does some funny stuff. He was ahead of his time. Nobody else.
He's been around a while.
Oh yeah. So what'd you think about the Carpetbagger video I sent you? What do you think about that bad boy?
I had never seen him like that. He's just like you're not even human. You're subhuman.
Yeah.
He was running his mouth. He should have. So he never posted that, right? That other guy
Yeah, because he
recorded it in instant.
Yeah, because what he does, he's a trooper. He'll sit there and stare at the screen during live streams, waiting for money. He'll sit there and stare and read it. Where Wonder Hussy, her live streams are actually funny because she just talks and she'll talk about things, whatever's going on in her life, and she's actually funny. I actually enjoy her live streams. I've listened to them back because she'll discuss where she's going. Maybe she'll talk about people coming to her house or something. She'll mention that occasionally, people coming to her house, which really pisses me off. But she'll thank people, but she'll she's a very entertaining live streamer. It's funny. It's just
she has an actual house somewhere.
Yeah, she lives in California with her sister, and she has a casita, she calls it. So she's
I've seen the trailer. I just thought she stayed in that all the time.
No, and so she's in the casita, and me and you go knock on a window. So she'll be in there, and they'll knock on a window. Like, what are you doing? And she's like, she's a very accommodating young lady. I think if I saw her, I'd say, hey, Sarah, not Wonder Hussy. I'd go, hey, Sarah, I've always promoted you. How you doing today? I would say hello to her as Sarah. That's, she's Wonder Hussy, but to me, she's Sarah Jane. You know what I'm saying? I'd say, hey, I always talk about you. It's good to see you, But
what did she used to do, like burlesque or something? Or what?
Yes, and she was a nude model. So what you would do is you would pay her $500 and you'd fly to Vegas and you'd take her out into the desert and you'd take nude pictures of her. So wherever you want, she'd take you to abandoned places, and she did that for us. She was making like 40, 50 grand a year.
That's kind of unique.
So she was never afraid. So guys my age, they'd go, stand in the middle of the road naked, dressed like a cop. She always, so guys, it was the same thing. And so she was doing that. So she finally got out of that business, but then she didn't do a nudie candle 2 years ago. But she did one again last year, guys. I guess my calendar I have in my office is my pictures I take when I'm running around with my camera. I don't think a Wonder Hussy Adventure calendar would be I'm not paying $30 for a nude woman. I'm not doing it. So guys my age, that's why there's a couple guys have done videos with her. They're hoping something happens, but she's maybe Wonder Hussy, but she's not a hoe. You know what I'm saying? She's not afraid to take her clothes off for a picture, So you would contact her. She was on a website, and then she would take you out to Vegas for a day for $500, and you take nude pictures of her wherever she would go. She'd bring a uniform, whatever, and she'd take pictures of her. So that's what she did for many years in Las Vegas, and plus she worked for casinos. Let's say she tried to sell you something, she would be the person dressed as something, can I take your picture, whatever. So, but
she just played a role, I guess.
Yeah, I get it. She's like a nice lady, but she's getting a little old, and it's just like you're not.
I was gonna say,
the
first time I saw her, I think it was on YouTube. I think it actually showed her nude. I think.
Yeah, damn near on Facebook. On Facebook,
on Hot Springs or something somewhere.
Yeah, so she likes to push it. She has the pink bikini. She's only getting 35,000 views per video, and it sucks. I want to see her get more. I really do. But it's doing the same thing, and then she's going to go Route 66, as everybody else is doing, with some guy named the hell his name is. But what he wants her to do is do a live stream every single night. So he wants her to do it so he can be on the video. You know what I'm saying? So he wants her to live stream every single night in Route 66. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, okay, his name is Turbo. So he wants to take her down in June, which everyone's going to do. What's his name was going to do it? Daily Woo, he died, and Carpetbagger's going to do it. It's like you will see calendars coming, and you will see video after video after video of Route 66 this year. You will see a ton of it. You will see it.
Yeah, I know.
You will see bunches of it. But yeah, so she's...
Did you get your lawnmower back?
Yep, and I did the lawn the other day. Tomorrow is Hebrew slaving. I did on Wednesday. I got black dirt, and I'm going to seed the crap out of that backyard. So I've been screwing that for forever and a day. So it used to be part of the lake here until the train came through. So if you see in the backyard when you're on the video, you'll walk on the trail back there. So it's like I've been working in the yard and working in the yard and working in the yard forever. So yeah, I got the lawnmower back. You put a new mower. See, the mower went out on it for 23 years, and then he had a snapper that the transmission went on, so he kept the motor and then threw the motor in there. So for both, it was $750 for both to get done. So that was fine. I told Sue Ellen it's $3,000 to get a brand new lawnmower. So I said I'll take some.
Yeah, man.
So I'll take the new motor. It runs fine. I mean, he said it finally blew a gasket. So they sent it to the motor company because how long had they been around? For 23 years. They sent it down to Briggs & Stratton. So it was 23 years old. The engine was. So
you got your money's worth.
That's the first thing we bought the house. So I wasn't going to push anymore. I'm too lazy to push. My nephew used to come over all the time. I used to pay him $20 a lawn. So he did that while I sat there.
I used to enjoy doing it, but it gets the humidity here. I mean, it's crazy.
See, but one thing about Carpetbagger, he plays a character. That's why he wears that hat all the time, and he has the same hoodie on. He plays this aw shucks kind of Wilbur kind of guy. I'm this follow me. He was one video. If you go to the guy I sent the link to. Demonic Abyss, you leave those kids alone. He's in New Orleans, right? And he's in a jungle gym, crawling through the jungle gym with a kid behind him. So he's at a jungle gym with kids crawling through it, and it's just really stupid. And he almost falls on a kid. He's just unaware that he's in a child's jungle gym with kids crawling around for his channel. It just made no sense. I just what are you doing? I don't know. I don't hate the guy, but no matter what he does, people are going to watch him. People are going to watch, just like the Daily Woo. No matter what he does, they will watch him. And with me, it depends. The walking through the woods, no one cares. These audios, some may break 100. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm.
Well, look at your other channel. I don't get the other channel.
Have you ever seen it?
I just watched a clip. I don't know who this guy is, this Dave guy.
Dave. That's right now. I haven't got anything coming through that channel. Dave 25. You can go back in my archives. I have a lot of travel stuff. So that's just Dave. You can go back into I did a Chicago trip. You can see that. So Dave is just Dave. I'm talking about Dave, just killing time. I have one coming out about Trump tomorrow that he doesn't care about working class because he doesn't care about price. He said today when he went to China that he didn't care about what's going on with the price of stuff. I know you're a mega, that's fine, but whatever. But no, the other one, you just go back in my archives. I did car shows.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, this was like the newest stuff. Yeah, so I didn't go back and just build.
If you go back, you'll see my Chicago trip. We took the train to Chicago. Going out.
Well, I've seen you were going out to see Carl.
Yeah, that didn't work out because I told him, I said, it's not. I didn't realize he was 3-4 hours away. That's a long ways to come when you have to work in the morning. That's
but you had a good time. Going out there.
Yeah, we had fun. The train was fun. Because I know the people, my Blackhawks that own it, they're in the liquor business, and it's all you see in the United Center is liquor. Because they probably sell it to the United Center for pennies on the dollar. I make a shitload of money. So it's all you see in the United Center is liquor. It's all you see because they made their money on liquor. The family did. So, but I didn't like car shows. You go back in the archives and the Adventure Channel. Yeah,
you do the boat shows and the bikes and.
Yep.
You go out and do different stuff. That's why it's entertaining.
Yeah, it was fun to go to the bike.
You're all over the place.
Right. So it was fun to. I like going to the RV shows every year, and I usually piss off the boat guys because I'll tell them, I said, "Just come to the trailer," and they'll go in this store. They go, "I don't want to hear about it. What's the price of the boat?" And then one guy saw me this year, and he goes, "I saw you."
That's the trailer.
And he goes, I watched all your videos. He goes, "Pig in a poke." He goes, it was funny. As I walked up to him, he goes, "Hey, it's you again." Because during the video, and he goes, and I talked to him later off camera, and he goes, "Yeah, we watch your videos. We're pricing our stuff with trailers optional." I go, "Very good," because I know. Don't tell me the story. I know people have it shipped to their cabin, but not everybody has a cabin. You should have that price on there with a boat, with a motor. And they said, I asked the guy, "You just all of a sudden buy a car? Well, by the way, now the engine costs money." It's like, well, right. Okay, the two more.
Got undercoating or something like that. Yeah, they don't put in the price.
If you want other stuff, it costs more money. But here's the boat with the trailer and the motor. This is our package. This is without the trailer, whatever. But you give the package. You can
itemizing everything on
right.
it.
And one guy, he got really mad at me about 2 years ago. F off. And that's not a very Christian thing to be doing. I said, he kind of looked at me. "What do you mean by that?" I said, "Well," I said, "it's on camera. But I said, you're not being very nice. I just told you. I said, I have my own cabin. I said, if I was to buy one, when my wife bought one 5 years ago, I walked up, she already bought it. I said, she bought with the trailer because we sold the other one with the trailer to somebody else. We had to trailer it up to the cabin. You know, it's like, you know, he did not like it. But I told him that. I know the story that people have it trucked to their cabin. Not everyone does that, you know. You have to. So there's been a few during that boat show that actually had the trailer on there, the price and the motor, so people can look at something. Because a lot of people that go look at these boat shows are people in their 30s, maybe 2 children, and they wish they could buy a $50,000 party barge. And then you go down the fishing down there, Ranger down there, which are like $60,000, and there's very few people. Because my next door neighbor works on boats. He's got a very good business. They cover boats. He goes, they're not buying these boats, the Cowboy. They're having a tough time. Well, with the economy right now, people, it's like I hear every weekend in this town, every weekend there's a hot tub sale. Every weekend they have a hot tub sale because that's an extra expense. My next neighbor who moved to New Zealand 5 years ago, I used to watch his house for $1,000 a month for 6 months. Every year I used to watch it. He got a hot tub. He used it once in the 6 years he had it, and then my next door neighbor moved in and they tore it out. It was a nice. No one used it. He used it once. They never used it. It was a nice little.
Yeah, it can be an added expense. It's like it's just a smaller pool. I mean, you got to put chemicals and all that shit in there.
I told him I'd have one. I have it hot and cold. Because I would use it year round. Because I'd have a hot tub. I come home from work and sit in it for like 20 minutes. Why it's a nice, where it's hot. We're down in South Carolina. You sit in a nice cold, hot tub. That's what I would use it for. I'd sit in the wintertime and it's hot. I would use my hot tub. I would. I mean, my next door neighbor, that boat guy, he went on YouTube and learned how to put a pool in his backyard. He built it himself. He dug the hole and then brought in some cement and built it himself. He went on YouTube and learned how to put his own pool in. His wife swims in it every single night. And the road above them, they had to put like a sheet over because kids were looking in the pool, yelling at his wife, and take it off. They're in there swimming, yelling at her in the pool. She's in there sunbathing. The kids are yelling down at her. Can we come in and join you? I'm like, yeah. People could see in the pool. Can we come to your pool? She's like, no, go away. Because you can see it from the road. They can look right down. So they put like a green thing up so you really can't see. You can hear, but you can't see because kids are yelling stupid stuff. She keeps her clothes on, but she's just swimming. And some 15-year-old kid has got a fantasy at some chick who's in her 60s, who's just sitting in a pool enjoying herself, and some punk starts yelling something stupid down to her. Like, really? Don't you have better things to do?
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, so you like the shuffle song?
I did. I liked all of them. They were so fun. They sure were. I turned it up in the office, but I work for a textile company, but I do the network, the IT stuff for the business, but. We don't have many people anymore. Textiles was a huge industry in the South here, but it's been dying for the last 50 years anyway. But it's really we used to be the number one company to provide fabric to RVs and stuff out there in what is it, Elkwood? What is in Indiana?
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yes,
and then we did a lot of stuff for our mobile home, RVs, and furniture, stuff like that. But it's a dying business. But hopefully I can ride it out for a few more years.
Everyone's doing that now. Everyone's doing it now, doing this the tech stuff. So it's the problem. It's just like it's a podcast on Blog Talk. There was the only one in town that did it when I first started podcasting. And TalkShoe came along, and then other people got in the business, and Spreaker came along, and everyone's on YouTube because it's free. I was reading a Dear Abby, and some 17-year-old kid wrote into Dear Abby, and he goes, he wants to be in the radio business. He's a podcaster, and he's been calling out to people above him, well, let's say they're like myself or something, and they won't get back to him. It's like, if someone, people ask me all the time about podcasting, and I tell people, I went to someone's house one time at work, and his daughter wanted to get in with it. She was like 19 years old, and I said, here's the mixer, and what do you have to do? And she kind of looked at us, it's going to cost you a little money. If you both want to sit together in the same room, here's a double shot one right here. And I popped up my girl who In Too Deep, my girl, and I said they're both sitting there at a table, right? So that's her name is In Too Deep. My girl who does when I told you about Daily Grace, she went to a podcast called In Too Deep. Okay. So she had a double podcasting mic, and I said, I've seen those for $1,000. I said, if you two girlfriends want to do an audio podcast, and I just told her, don't name it after yourself. What do you mean? I said, don't. I said, I'm Cowpote. I'm named after a food item. I said, speculation sports, fear-mongering radio, bitch part radio. I said, hearsay and lies. I said, I'm not going to say my same name here. I'm live with John Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Like Sean Hannity show. It's like, no, it's not about me, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? I said, if you're going to name it something, find it easy to find. I said, Google fear-mongering radio, comes up to the very top. Speculation sports comes to the top of the page. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to go look for it. I said, don't use ebonics. Don't use something stupid. Make it 3 words and that's it. Make it simple. Just don't be stupid. I said, you're going to get trolls. I said, you're women, you're girls, young ladies. I said, and they never did it, but I told them what you're going to have to do. I said, these day and age, it's going to be a lot of hard work to be a podcaster. You have to personalize a parasite and longevity cockroach. She kind of looked at me. I'm just telling you, you have to have that personal parasite longevity cockroach. You're not just going to get 1,000 views, just like that. I said, go on YouTube, watch shorts, women stand in front of the camera and dance. It's easy. That's easy to do. Can you talk like I do on a regular, but just talk about things and read, meet people?
That's where it has to be different.
Yeah, you can't just get on there and giggle and cackle. That's it. You're a dime a dozen. You have to be creative, because the kid wrote Dear Abby. He's reached out to people above him, and like a lot of comedians will do that. They try to go up in the business, but as soon as they get there, they forget about people that have gotten where they're at. Who was it? Howard Stern did that with some guy who passed away a long time ago when Howard Stern was trying to become what he is today. And he kept bothering the guy on the streets of New York. He kept bothering him when he was younger, right? And then when that guy died, Tom Bernard in town here said he talked about the guy who died, but Howard Stern didn't say one word on his radio station about the guy, because he literally gave Howard his break into the radio business, because Howard kept bothering him on the streets of New York. Hey, I want to get in the business. Anybody ask me about podcasting, I'll give you advice. Have good sound. Be yourself. Don't name after yourself. That's.
Yeah, that's, you're creative and you're yourself. That's what.
Don't be a character like Carpetbagger and act like a total
Carpetbagger. You're right.
And Tampa J tries to be somebody he's not. He tries.
I haven't never watched his channel.
He's hard to watch. He thinks he's. I can respect the guy. He quit his job, so did his girlfriend, Chris' fiance, and I don't think he wanted to move to Tennessee. Now they moved again with her mom and dad in the basement, and he thinks he's trying to be the Daily Woo, and he reads every single sign, and I get it, but good luck, man, trying to make money on YouTube. It's just, even Daily Woo was slowly going down because the long-term videos that I do,
it's saturated. It's so saturated.
Well, people come to YouTube now to listen to like ESPN. They listen to people like Wheelock. They come to listen to, if it's Sean Hannity, if it's Fox, it's CNN, whatever, political behaviors. They come on here. That's what they come in for. They don't really give two pumps about, the long-term forms. The people coming right now don't care. They don't care about keeping ahead of the camera. Even Daily Woo is alive. Carpetbagger is this, shucks, Same thing with New York Dan. He was talking about cruises today. It's like, that he's getting these free cruises because you're spending money in the goddamn casino because you're a loner, And I still don't think he's been properly still socialized as a grown-ass man.
Do you think he's just doing this as a show, or do you think he's really just that dumb?
No, he's that dumb. That's who he is. That's who he is. He's harmless. He's a stupid. He's a Forrest Gump. He's a goober. That's what he is. No, that's who he is. It's just, yeah, man, it's just what he is. He's just this guy who found YouTube.
Like you say, Carpetbagger, you can tell when the camera comes on, he turns on, he's somebody.
Oh, yeah.
He totally changes. But Dan, I haven't figured out if he's just this show or if that's who.
Today, when he was talking about keep putting money on a card, right? Because they want you to keep the money in the card, right?
I'm like, who? I mean, because this, I'm looking, I'm like, is he really painting the car with a damn paint roller?
Yeah, he's just stupid. No, he's never been properly socialized. He's a nepo baby, family money. Yeah, I inherited a good hunk of money from my mother and my father, but I still work for a living and I still make my own way. I'm married. We travel well. I stock with my money, but he's an imbecile. He's just this shucks guy. Let's go on a poor man cruise and walk around and go gambling. The cruise makes no sense. I mean, you go on a cruise, you show the ship, you enjoy yourself. We don't want to see you playing in a casino. He's just the guy thinks he's going to be the next Woo. He's not. He's just living off. He's living off family money. That's what he's doing. He just has nothing better to do. He goes on these cruises, doesn't cost a nickel. So he's living off family money. That's what he's doing. He doesn't work for a living. Claims he's making money on trading, which that comes and goes. That comes and goes in his vernacular. You know what I'm saying? If he was doing that, he wouldn't be running around. He sees something and he repeats it. So he saw a video and repeated it. That's all he's doing. So he's harmless, but he's just an idiot. He's just going on cruises by yourself. Who does that, man? Hanging out with his sister-in-law or his cousin, and it just, he has all these subs. I'm happy for the guy, but it doesn't mean squat. He doesn't mean anything. People go there just to make fun of him. You know what I'm saying? I know there's all this stuff, but it's just. Just reading the comment. That's the fun part. Yeah, his comment. He found YouTube because his brother turned him on to Sarasota Tim. So, because he probably saw Sarasota Tim and himself, this bumbling idiot, and then he realized to rip on the guy, and he listens to. He'll summary of the video with BlindViews, and then he'll repeat what BlindViews says or what Morning says. He's like BlindViews. BlindViews will listen to everybody else, but then he makes his opinion. He may go watch a video. The last Sarasota Tim video I watched was the one where that guy from Tennessee, when Sarasota Tim did a knife thing, he did a thing with the knives, and he gave a dog and pony show on, right? And the Tennessee guy goes, I felt like he was threatening me. I'm like, what are you talking about? So I went over and I watched the video when he was just doing a dog and pony show. This idea that Sarasota Tim was threatening him with a knife video. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Again, it's a shut-in. He sees Sarasota Tim like watching the news. CC, she's a beautiful black woman for Care 11. I always go, I get my CC. Fix every morning. Be like me going to Care 11 and sitting outside the parking lot for her to leave her job and go, CC, I love you, man. You gave me the eye this morning, she's a beautiful black woman. I'd date her tomorrow. She's a beautiful woman, absolutely gorgeous. But there was like a radio lady. We were on a cruise when we got back, and there was somebody, a dog had died or something. He sent her an email to say, hey, my dog passed away. She sent him back an email. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, guess what? He ended up showing up at the radio station and her house, and she ended up quitting her job because he was stalking her. Because the guy got overly emotional because he responded to the interview. It's just the thing with Wonder Hussy. Because you have her nude pictures up here in front of you in the calendar, you think you own her. You know what I'm saying? You can go to her house. Because there was a guy like 4 years ago, walked around in her town for a whole week waiting to see her. For a whole week, waiting to see her. I mean, that is weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you people?
Yeah, people don't understand boundaries anymore.
No, they don't. Well, because one thing about YouTube, it's, again, as you see the food, you hear the food, want to touch the food. I feel a story about that one chick when those gays were all slaughtered down in Orlando, right? And that same night that happened, she was at a concert place giving a show, right? And at the end, she was shaking everyone's hand. She always did. She was a very outgoing person. And the last guy to shake her hand shot her because he was obsessed with her. He killed her. at the table, because he wanted, it was time to touch the food and eat the food, because he was obsessed with the YouTube.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like with the Haas, all of a sudden I'm just in love with this woman. I watch all the YouTube videos. She responds in emails to me. We do a meet and greet together, and all of a sudden I think she's my girl, right? And pretty soon I'm stalking her, and whatever. So it's way. I don't care who a female it may be. There was a lady I knew from Blog Talk days, really nice lady. Her boyfriend, they were Republicans. I mean, he was over the top, but she was pretty much in the middle. So I would talk to her a few times. She'd come on my show, but she would do YouTube videos and she would sing the songs, right? She would lip sync to them, right? And she unfortunately told people where she worked in Houston. So 3 old guys at different times walked into the hospital to say hello to her, because she was dumb enough to say what hospital she worked at in Houston. So 3 old men my age walk into the hospital to see her. They want, because she would look in the camera, tilt her head back and forth, sing a song. She sang honestly, I love you.
Yeah, they think they're talking directly to him.
Right. So she sang I honestly love you and something else, some other song. Very nice lady, and overly good looking. I mean, she was. We would talk politics. Very, very nice girl. Very, very nice woman. I don't know if she is. She did have cancer, but she was really nice. But unfortunately, she was dumb like Carpetbagger, had to say where he lived, and then people had to call his daughter's school on him and whatever else. Being too out there on who he was, you know what I'm saying? And I told a story before, there was some kid who was 14, and the mom was smart enough not to say who he was, and he played video games, and people watched him, but he ended up dying of cancer when he was 16, and the mother said that in an interview. She goes, well, I made sure no one knew who he was. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to make sure that
you got to protect them.
Yeah, because people were going to, because what they do is if you're a video game playing person, they're going to swat you, because let's say you had 1,000 people in your room watching you, and they know where you live. They don't want your eyes on you. They want eyes in their own room. So they're going to come over. They're going to strike your channel, because people do that with competition. They'll strike their competition. They don't want, Remember the old dislikes? Remember you could see dislikes all the time? Remember that? You could see that? People were disliking some really good videos eventually. Why are you disliking this video? I mean, why are you throwing a dislike on this video? It's a beautiful video. If someone did something, it was a really cool video. A husband-wife team. We're in Colorado. And it was a very well done video. It got 30,000 views. It had it looked like 5,000 dislikes. Don't know why you would dislike this video. I mean, but that's some people it's a competition, and we'll come over and dislike the video. You know what I'm saying? People come to me to dislike my stuff just because they don't like me. It's just fine. You talked about me bearing exposure, old man Jared Tall comes over and slaps a dislike on it. That's fine. Whenever I put BlindViews in there. So
I wish BE would call back in again.
BE, yeah, that was pretty good when he was. He was all pissed off.
About a month ago. Yeah, he was drinking.
Yeah, you could tell. Yeah, he is. I have balls the size of basketballs. Mr. UFO guy. Yeah, he was a piece of work. I do miss beer and exposure. But sitting in the garage, you talked about me, the UFO guy. So, but. Yeah, he regretted getting into the Sarasota Tim hater, but he still watches him. Trust me, he watches Sarasota Tim. He does. Just like with BlindViews, morning. Turkey Neck, she's always watching his ass too as well, because she's a Turkey Neck. She's a do-gooder. If she could marry him tomorrow and have his baby, she would do it. If she could marry Sarasota Tim tomorrow, she would do it and have his baby and have twins, Timmy and Tammy. If she could do it,
I don't know what's going to happen. When that well dries up, I don't know who's next on the list.
Right. Who's Karl going to watch? Tim Brady's gone if he does lose his channel, because if he is going to lose his channel, Sarasota Tim better get another channel set up now, because Savage Live, a friend of mine, she was getting people were striking her channel, and she was down to like 1 strike. So what she did, she deleted her channel, because if she would have lost the channel, then she would have been screwed. You know what I'm saying? So she deleted her channel. instead of violating
Instead of it being closed,
yeah, because then she deleted it to make sure.
I would assume he'd have enough, and just wouldn't come back at all.
Right. Well, no, I don't. Sarasota Tim. This YouTube is his addiction. He can tell he's a great con man. He's a narcissist, and I guess we all are. But when I see a Sarasota Tim, he belongs in a movie. He'd be a great guy. You ever seen the movie Cadillac Man? I mean, pretty good movie, but kind of with Robert Williams.
Yeah, Williams.
Yeah, same kind of. He'd be a great salesman. He'd be the ideal salesman. You get a used car lot somewhere in Sarasota, and say, "Here, Tim, I'll pay you $40,000 a year, and then plus bonuses. Sell cars for me." He'd be great at it because he's a better. I'm a good liar. He's a great liar. He's an ideal person to. Oh, you got a phone, Carl from YouTube. Hang on a second.
He may not know the difference.
Carl's here. Hang on a second. Hang on a minute, Carl. Carl, you're here with my boy here.
How are you, Carl?
Hey, how's it going?
You finished work for the week?
Yeah, all done. Another one in the books.
I see.
When's the hot tub coming in?
I don't know. I haven't got my electricity yet. So, it's all set. As soon as I get my electricity, then I'm going to buy it and have it sent over.
No, that's right. You said that. You were going to wait till the electrical got ran.
Yeah, because why have it just sitting there?
Leave it sitting out there in the back, right? Yeah.
That would be sad. Let the money have more fun.
So you said you had a bad day. You said the other day at work.
Oh yeah, total shit sandwich, shit on top of shit, and then the crash nickname came in handy. It was just a small one.
Okay.
But they call me Crash.
Mm-hmm.
Boss said that's why they call them accidents, because they're just accidents.
We were just talking about you and Tim Timbery. If he goes away, what are you and the ladies and gentlemen going to talk about if Tim Timbery goes away? I mean, what's gonna,
Oh, I don't know. I'll probably just still be myself, just like you.
Yeah. Tim Timbery.
I'll probably always talk about him. He's not going to go away completely.
Right. Well, to see how the strikes go on here.
If he loses his channel, I'll offer him my channel to come on and say stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll give him a cut.
Well, like I told Loose Cannon, I said I would. I'd hire him as a salesman in Florida for $40,000 a year plus bonuses. I said I think he's just a great liar. Again, it's not a lie as long as you be the truth. I think I'd hire him as a salesman selling cars. He'd be great at a used car lot.
I was thinking about that on my drive home, and I said it in this video I'm going to upload. He says he's got like a box of memories and stuff like that he keeps with him. But if you sold coupon books for like 30 years and it made you money, wouldn't you still have a few extra around just as like a memory?
Correct.
And, how come we don't get to see those?
Because he likes to spin a yarn like I do. Like I said, Loose Cannon, like you said, I don't think he knows the difference when he's lying. I think he's so used to lying, he's just lies. You know what I'm saying? I just think if you're a politician, if you're Trump or any politician that just spews out lies, they don't know the difference between anything. I've worked with people like that who just are bold-faced liars. I do it for fun, but people just are constantly telling lies. They don't know the difference anymore. And I don't think Sarasota Tim just doesn't know the difference. He just doesn't. Just like with your girlfriend, Mighty Python, her obsession. She doesn't know between reality and Sarasota Tim and YouTube. She's just so.
The fun part is Jen wanted to learn how to be a good liar, so we were going to have fun teaching her.
Yeah, it's not that tough. You got it. It's not a lie, just as long as you believe the truth. If you believe the truth, and you'll believe it. Sarasota Tim would be a great person to do marketing for, to speak for
QVC or something.
QVC QVC. He'd be a great salesperson for QVC. There you go. That'd be he would be the ideal guy for QVC. There you go. You to the word.
QVC went bankrupt.
Well, there's a couple out there that still. I think there's a couple of. They think of QVC. I think there's named something else. Sue Ellen watched it once in a while. They're still on. There's one guy who kind of reminds you, Carl, but he's a little about your size, but he's very gregarious like you. He's very outgoing, and he's their food guy, and he always is very outgoing when he's talking food. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that Tim would be good at, because Tim could taste something be horrible, but he would look in the camera and go, "This is delicious. This is the best." I could make a Reuben sandwich, and he would look at the camera and go, "This is the best I've ever had in my life," even though it sucked. That's how he is. This is the best coffee I've ever had in my life. I think QVC is. I think there's
one of the funniest.
Go ahead.
One of the funniest things that Life of Vibe says is. Tim's a business, so Tim can't file bankruptcy because he's a business. Is she an idiot? I mean, what about Spirit Airlines, WorldCom, TWA?
Yeah.
I mean, how does she think a business can't file bankruptcy?
Right.
They file it multiple times.
I know. Well, Hunch has done it a few times. People do it all the time. There's a company in town here that changed their name from something to something else. And so Sue Ellen goes, why'd they change that? I said, well, they did because sometimes you change your name of your company, then you can get rid of all your old debts. You know what I'm saying? Some will go from, they'll change their last name corporate to something else so they can get rid of all there was on the other side of the lake here back in the 85, he was building houses on the third lake, and then halfway through, he filed bankruptcy, redid a different company and finished the houses. After he filed for bankruptcy and shed all his bills and screwed people over, he started building the house again. So yeah, he can file for bankruptcy. Karl, anybody can file for bankruptcy.
I know, but she tells her audience that, because people are like, well, he's going to do for a bankruptcy, and he's done with you. And Joe, no, he can't do that.
Yes, he can.
I know. But
she's just not. You got to remember how it's all about her. Her reality is. Her reality is that what she thinks the truth is. Again, it's not a lie. It'll be the truth. She's just this reality she lives in. The obsession with Sarasota Tim. I mean, you like her. I get you. You like the guy, but you know your bells and whistles. You work for a living. To me, it's your side hustle. It's your whatever you're doing on the side. That's your obsession. That's fine.
It's my passion project.
There you go.
My guilty pleasure.
Right. To her, it's the obsession is real. So the obsession is real.
Yeah.
But
she's just got to grind his face into the ground every time. It's like crazy.
Oh yeah. Well, she'll always. The Sarasota Tim. I think I saw her. I think I may have listened to a little of the one she did for that stupid laugh, that man child laugh she does all the time, drives me insane. I think I saw.
Yeah, it does sound like an old man laughing.
I swear to God, she's a man going to a woman. I swear to God, she's transitional. I swear to God, she's a man.
The thing I hate the most is her fake sincerity.
I agree.
Oh, you had cancer. You almost died. Oh, you had cancer. You almost died. Oh, I'm so sorry. Whatever, lady.
Yeah, she's a piece of work.
It was funny when you used to do you would do the before and after pictures of her. You stopped doing them now, but yeah, I mean she certainly didn't age well.
No, she didn't age well at all.
Yeah.
Well, you look at her picture.
Yeah, once she started going after Stewie, I'm like, I better not do that anymore.
Well, look at her picture on her YouTube channel. It's like about 10 years younger.
A lot younger.
Yeah, so it's like, come on.
Yeah, that's a glam show.
Yeah.
Probably got filters.
Yep. And a good old life and vibe.
Yeah, I mean, it took all the fun. I mean, when she went after Stu, I mean, she went after him hard.
Yep. Well, she's like BlindViews. She can't handle it. She can't handle it both ways. It's a one-way street for her, which is
no, I missed that. That was a fun bit. Pictures of it. Come on, dude. Come on.
yeah, she's well, I guess Stewie got a job. I guess Carl told me. I'm not gonna say what it is, but I guess he actually got a job. So he's kind of like off doing something else. So that's good to see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure it took the enjoyment after it. I mean, if you got somebody that's breathing down your neck and throwing lawsuits at you, I mean, it takes the fun out of it. I mean, and all he was doing was he didn't. I don't think he crossed any lines. I mean,
she just can't handle it. She doesn't have. It's just like Carpetbagger. He doesn't know how to just let it go. You know what I'm saying? If they talk about it, they care about you. It's like Carpet. I mean, Daily Woo. The Daily Woo never said a word. People pick on him. You ever seen that? There's these two troll channels, or two or three that do Yankee in the South, Will and Dawn, right? And they constantly talk about those guys all the time. They will do 30-minute videos on these Will and Dawn, right? Yankee in the South. They call themselves Woo in the South.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
I mean, my God, those people are obsessed. I mean, I think what happened in those troll channels? Will probably did something to them. They didn't like it. He probably didn't say something to me because they both are just overly obsessed with daily in the Will and Dawn. I'm like, really? I mean, I have better things to do than sit there.
I sat on his couch. I petted his cat.
Yeah.
And then he turns on me.
Same thing. Something happened with that with the Yankee in the South with those Will. They probably had a meet and greet, and Will didn't say, "Hey, kiss my ass" or "I love you" and hug you. There's something happened there because both those channels. That's all they do is every time they do a video, the next day they put up a 5-minute video bitching about Will. I would I would comment on every single video, go, thanks for the love. I would do every single video. I'd say, hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. That's what I would say to them every time. Thank you. You're making me relevant.
Yeah.
The Woo never said a word to anybody. I guess behind the scenes he was kind of a little mad about it, but he would say, hey, they're stealing from me, but he never openly said it or struck a channel. He may not have liked it, but he never openly said, hey, a-holes, like Carpetbagger does. You're subhuman. I hope they find your body in the basement of the house. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? That kind of behavior. The Woo was
I mean, he's got some anger issues.
He does. He's very much anger issues. I saw him one time. He was drunk with his wife one day. That one you saw down in Florida, when he didn't go back as the housekeeper, he was drunk off his ass. And I've seen him on live streams. He gets drunk. He acts like a total moron. He gets really drunk. And
he does. And I mean, it's scary to think that he was previously working with children and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. So he's.
Well, if you consider DCFS working with children.
Yeah, but he just got anger problems. He gets, I mean, that's why he lost his first marriage because. He was never home. He was home one year. He was home only 7 days. 1 year, only home 7 days. So that's a long.
I guess Jenny's going to find that out the hard way.
Well, she thinks she met him because her brother told her about Carpetbagger. So they met at a hotel and consummated. They contacted each other. He went she lived in Rochester, New York, and then pretty soon, then he got snipped and whatever. And now she's housekeeping. They got engaged, and she needs a man who's gonna be home every night to say hello to her instead of waiting for him to come home. And then whatever. I don't know. I wish her all luck in the world, but it only lasts for so long. You know what I'm saying? And he'll run that for as long as he can, and then kick her out, and then find somebody else. Whatever. I know that if I was gone for that long, my YouTube channel, my wife I wouldn't be talking right now. I'd be under a bridge, smoking a cigar. But anyways, what are you doing, Carl? Where are you going for dinner tonight, young man? Anywhere good tonight?
Yeah, going to Alexanderville. It's a local steakhouse.
Carl, I can't hear you.
It's a local steakhouse. We're going to Alexanderville.
There you go. We're going to go to Devani's, have pizza.
Okay. Yeah, this place has a teriyaki marinade. It's really good.
Where are you going, Loose Cannon?
I'll be home tonight. I'm not going anywhere tonight.
Well, you sound lonely and scared. Come on, you got to go somewhere.
Yeah, it's just the traffic is just horrible around here.
Oh, like you said, well, my friend Ted moved down there. And he said it's just because everyone's moved from New York to down there where you live. So
it's if you don't go somewhere about 6 o'clock here, you're already missed out.
Where are you at?
Right outside of Charleston.
Okay. Hey, do you watch that show? My wife watches that show about Charleston with, who's that dude on that show in Charleston? Chaz? That show. The dude in Charleston that's got money that can't have a date and can't have a woman.
That sounds like me.
Southern Charmed? Oh, Southern Charmed. It's a TV show, and they all live in Charleston.
Oh, that's the Ravenel guy. Didn't he get the one that got? Yeah. They come from money. His dad.
There's some lady that lives in a mansion, and they come.
Yeah. He Thomas Ravenel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got in trouble for cocaine distribution and stuff.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah, that was the guy. He was like a political guy, congressman or something.
Yeah, his dad was real big down here. Was a I don't know, senator or governor or something. They come from old money.
Yeah, that was a good TV show. I even watched a few of those with my wife. It was pretty funny. But yeah, they showed downtown Charleston and everything.
Yeah, I've told Jeff that it's just the infrastructure wasn't designed for how much it's come. Boeing came down here when Boeing built their place. It just destroyed the whole. There's just not enough infrastructure for. Then Volvo came right behind them and built their plant, and there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, kind of like New Orleans. New Orleans is a lot more fun when it's a small river town.
Right.
And they tried to keep the old neighborhood pretty hard. Gentrification.
Right. How is Sarasota Tim these days? How is Sarasota Tim? Carl. He always goes away from his phone every time.
Where did I put it? Damn it. There it is. I got my phone right next to me now.
See, the problem is, you guys, Carl doesn't have a podcast, so he doesn't understand that it's rude to do this kind of behavior.
I'm just me.
At least Loose Can knows how to close his mic and come in here and know how to do it. Good old Carl, Santa Claus. I used to call him, what's his name? Dingling. I called him Santa Claus. Remember, he got all mad. Remember, he was all mad that I called you Santa Claus. Remember that? He got all bitter about that I called him Santa Claus.
I think people, as we've gone on, people have gotten a lot less sensitive here on YouTube, at least in our audience.
Well, you talked about me. Remember, I did a video coming up about name calling. He was all pissed about that. And I said, the hunch to call people names all the time. So that's the way it goes,
Yeah, well, the people that always have to be right and that they're always going to have a problem.
Right. Some people just can't handle it.
Unless they're always right, I guess. But
right.
That's kind of tough.
It's like people get mad when I always say Sniffers Row. People get all mad about that. It's like, it's what it is, man. It's Sniffers Row. I've never been on Sniffers Row. I've been behind people on Sniffers Row, and I've gotten a free shot for people giving money to people. A buddy of mine was in front of me one day, and he must have thrown $1,000 up there. I'm like, okay.
It's kind of like a test drive.
I've been there. And the chick was just loving it. I'm like, I just shook my head. I'm like, okay, I hope you have the time of your life. You're at Sniffers Row, So, but I've been in maybe 3 strippers the whole time. I was in one in Las Vegas downtown that one time, and It was bizarre. It was off the hook. But there's another one on here called Piggy. It's called. They talk about foodie beauty all the time. Those are that channel is obsessed with foodie beauty. It's called Piggy. I mean, they're obsessed with foodie beauty. Because Life and Vibe used to talk about her all the time.
Yeah, I don't get foodie beauty.
She's just. She's a waste of time. She's just big obese. I think she's in Kuwait now. I think. I've seen her talk about her many, many times. I don't give two pumps about that woman. But it's just people like Life and Vibe have talked about her. And again, I think she struck for your channel, but just let people talk about you. Eat your food on camera like I do, and let people piss and moan about you, eat on camera for fun, just to piss people off. So that's what I do. So anyways.
Just be yourself.
Yeah, that's why I am, Like we just talked about Carl Chickadell coming down to Illinois to see me. Hey, anyways, Carl and Loose Cannon, we're getting that 90-minute joint, and I gotta upload this bad boy. And I appreciate you calling, Carl. You guys calling, Carl? Anything you want to say about your hero out there, Sarasota Tim? Carl. All right. Okay. Loose Cannon, anything you want to say before we head on the road? I appreciate you coming on the show.
No, we'll catch up on the next call.
All right, I'll talk to you later. I appreciate it, Carl.
All right, we'll see you. Have a good time.
All right, behave yourself.
All right, have a good weekend, guys.
There he goes. There they go. It was a smorgasbord of behaviors on here, you guys. We appreciate him coming on the show. Go, Carl. Oh, we're getting close at 90 anyways. Remember very, very much. Let's end this with my favorite song, Eyes of Glory. Eyes of Glory. That's right. Oh, yes. We had 1 and 2, and you talked about me! That's right. We got dragged in by Japan. Stormed those beaches. Snap! Next up, try to free those Jews. You're damn right. Oh, forgotten war. And then Vietnam. 58,000 plus men and women lost their lives. Draft dodge over the hill. Convicted felon. Adjudicated rapist. Flat feet by a lot of golf. Desert storm. Many wars. Bring the inmates home soon. Godless working class men and women blue like cop claw crackhead. Balls of the size of oak trees. Air Force, Army, and the Marine, and the Navy, and the Merchant National Coast Guard are in and out of uniform. We thank you so much. All you do. Appreciate it very, very much. Your choices. You make good choices. We put bad choices. Don't come from jail. You are your choices. Safe sex is real pill. Would you shower in the shower of Penn State? I would not shower in the shower of Penn State. Don't shower in the shower of Penn State. That's what we're asking, okay? Put a condom, prevent AIDS, everybody's got to need the penis. All that stuff. Don't like two men having sex. Can't watch two women. That is not a very Christian thing to be doing. Never shower in any shower with this crime. Burn the Catholic Church to the ground. The rat line and the blue laws. Don't steal men to a fence. Not a very Christian thing to be doing. Don't drink and drive. Call us or murder someone. Pick up the phone. Who's your drink? My name is Jeff. Fear mongering radio. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out.